Welcome back, everybody, to Grand Tactician, Civil War. I'm Grandpa Gaming. This is episode 31 of our Rebel Summer 61 campaign using the a.o.m mod. So, last episode, we did only fight the one battle that we did get through to the end of September, finally. And that was the third battle of St. Paul, where we were hoping to finally get rid of this thorn in our rear, the Army of Southwest Missouri plus the 3rd Corps Army of the Cumberland. But we were not able to disintegrate them or force them east. They are actually now retreating northwards and either heading to Otter Tail or Georgetown. So those are two uncontrolled towns right now, so I also got to worry about them heading up towards Duluth, it looks like. I don't know why that's showing under federal control. It shouldn't be, but it is. So I have a feeling we're going to be chasing them up here and up and around this way. It's going to take a while to get rid of these armies, I have a feeling. So we are going to continue to pursue them, but not until after our supplies are dealt with. There's a new depot being built that's be ready in 7 days. And the Indian Army will mostly be the pursuit force, as they can move faster than the Army of Mississippi, but I need to get their readiness back up and their supplies up before I move them again. So they should be able to chase within a few days. Other than that, it looks kind of quiet all along the rest of the front. I'm slowly getting my forces in position for the winter and our movements in the spring, which I will cover once we get there. I thought we were going to have another action here at Winchester. It looks like Coastal Department's just happy with sitting where it is. Plus, they only got 8,000 men compared to our 15,000, so probably not looking to make that push. And once again, I've seen a lot of the forces around this area disappear. I don't know if they're heading north towards the British or west towards us right now. How's our fleet looking down here? Alright, looks like we got both ships back from the Ironclads, but they are repairing very slowly. I do want them back up to 100% before I get them back out in the water again, and they are just repairing slowly even at New Orleans, which is a fairly big port. And the new squadron of 3 frigates is almost ready to go. As soon as they're ready to go, I'll get them out here and start hunting down those federal blockade fleets and try and get these ports back open for us. Alright, it is October 1st, so it's time to go over to monthlies. So current rating of our nation is B, which is poor. It's actually B+. That remained unchanged compared to last month. I actually did not cut any bonds, which is kind of surprising, but our current liabilities are about $990 million. That's a lot of money for the time period. It says we had an increase of $60 million on our tax revenues. And our imports-exports were even on. Agricultural production over the last 3 months of 168 million, change of plus 1.5, and we're still lacking a lot of the same stuff we always do: flour, iron, artillery, and ammunition. Looking at finances, our spending's fairly good right now. We're still spending more than we were bringing in, but this number has dropped by 100 million. So that's a good sign. We're starting to get things a little bit more under control. And we are spending money more than the Federals are right now. And they're bringing in money faster than we can. So they'll show me a balance of negative 376,000 right here. There's something wrong with that. There's something wrong with that number right there. That shouldn't be showing that. Never seen that before. And then also on top of that, the railroads. We did construct the one new railroad, and one is under construction. Where is it? So the Houston Shreveport is now 32% complete. So this is complete. This is moving forward a little better than 10% a month right now, which is a really good sign. Over to intelligence. According to our intelligence, they are currently working on government funding too, so they're well ahead of us on that one. Shows they haven't recruited any more men into Zero Brigades, but they've started construction of a new ship. And the guy's always constructing ships. And morale of the Federal Army currently sits at 58%. Well, that'll recover over the winter. Over here to strategy. National morale, they're down to 55 to our 97, so this war is almost over. National support, they're 81 to our 66. We're so low because we do control so much federal territory that it's not flipped over to our side, so that drops our support way down. Morale of armies, like I said, is 58 to our 75. Men field, they have 285,341 in the field, or 182,708. Naval tonnage, just no comparison whatsoever. Battles won, they're at 16 to our 87, and total casualties so far, they're at 209,701 to our 68,095. So we're doing very good on the casualty exchange. Alright, policies. We are currently working on government funding 1. That'll be done in another 32 days, so this will be done just after the next monthly. So we got any projects available that I want. Yep, got another level of railroad construction. I'm going to take that. And another level of plantation mechanization. I'll take that. And trade deals. Which I probably shouldn't have taken because I kind of needed that. I just realized I needed that money for the British artillery. Yeah, I just screwed up right there. And training forms is something we should have grabbed at the beginning of the war, but we'll take it now. Should have grabbed that well towards the beginning of the war, because that's whenever your troops are encamped, it helps your get their experience up, become better soldiers. Something you should really take at the start of the war, not over a year into it. Alright, I think that covers everything for right now, so I'll be back with the next incident. Alright, we did not have long to wait at all. So I did not see this force coming down the river here, but it looks like 1st Corps Army of the Cumberland is making another shot at Cairo. The Army of Canada is never going to have the chance to get their readiness back up to full green, it feels like. Federals just keep lemming training in that, especially the Army of the Cumberland. So we got the 1st Corps with 15,055 infantry, 209 cavalry, and 1 gun under command of John Davidson, who is a Virginian. Going to go against our Army of Canada with 15,098 infantry, 1,480 cavalry, and 14 guns, still under command of John Floyd. So let's get in there and once again show these boys from the Army of Cumberland that they need to find a new line of work. Welcome, my grunts, to the 8th Battle of Cairo. So once we're on the defensive, we are on the Copperton map. And I'm not going to defend up by the crossing points this time. I'm actually defending back here at the objective point at the Joyce and Hall farm over here, or orchard. Looks like farmsteads. So basically straight battle line set up here, cavalry set in reserve. Nothing fancy about this one. I want to try and let most of the federal forces get across the river this time and then really smash into them if possible. So I am going to have to rotate out the Army of Canada after this battle, put another army in its place because they just can't stay here. Their readiness is not fixing. Floyd's not getting the time to get his readiness back up to where it needs to be, so he needs to be rotated with another corps. A lot of these units are very low on morale. So, yeah, it's basically just, I gotta get them all across the river and then smash them in one swift blow is really what it comes down to. So our morale's at 32 to their 48, and we're on the defensive. So, see what we can do. Usually doesn't make a difference, but a lot of these units are very low morale. Alright, it's now 10 a.m. of day 1, and we do have ourselves a sighting on Federal Cavalry and Infantry coming down the road here. And I'm not holding out high hopes for this attack, as they are strung out. So I was just looking at the map before I hit record. Going by the dust trails, they are still strung out all the way back to here in town. So I'm hoping these units get some orders to stop before they hit my lines. I don't know if they will or not. You guys arrange them from there. No, you cannot. We'll see where the rest of the lines cross, and then may start collapsing in that flank. Yeah, it looks like the usual tomfoolery of the forward units are way too far from their command section. And I actually forgot to go through and start doing weapons replacements before this battle. I should have done that right after the monthly was over. I totally forgot to do it, so I got to do it after this battle. You know, we've captured a lot of 61 Springfield, so I got to get those out into the force and start getting rid of the last of these Hawkins, Mississippis, and reboard mixed muskets. Only 2 units we see so far. Right there. Near infantry at the bridge here. I was really hoping to trap most of it on this side of the river, but it does not look like that's going to be a possibility. I should start doing... I don't think they're going to be coming down this road over here, so I'm going to start sending my cavalry. And one unit's going to ride down the roads. Start getting my cavalry over here and get them in position to move across and behind the Federals to block the retreat. Nope, looks like they're spreading out a little bit. They can have orders. If you watch the Whiskey and Lemons, you know how the order boxes work. They could. There is somebody coming that way. Look at that. You know how the order boxes work? You know they're heading towards the order box. Looks like the only brigade that was coming from that way so far. May actually get into a position to block. Don't tell me you guys are just going to keep coming forward. What, some of these brigades down to the bone over here. Brigades out a little better. Trying to get Congreve's Conquerors into action over here. Federal Director getting the better of the exchange. looks like a good chunk of the federal force is going to be over here. Yep, and there's some more coming down the road right now. I think I sent my cavalry just a little too soon. Let's get you boys back online. I want you guys back in wood cover. See what this brigade does. Are they going to march past our cavalry or try to engage? Oh, there's another one behind it. Okay. Looks like they're going to ignore the cavalry for right now, but we'll see. You guys are leveled up. Nice. It looks like they're sending a good chunk of their forces over this way. Charge icons turned off. Last brigade does, and hoping to move the cavalry across, get them in blocking positions at the bridges and at this ford here, so that the Federals have to retreat through them, cause some extra casualties. That's my cavalry. No, you're not. job, boys. And there they go, already. Get in position over there. That went a little faster than I thought it would. Yes, marching backwards at my lines. Oh, dear God. What's this brigade doing? Given the 14% casualties, I don't think we're going to get a major victory out of this. Especially with my cavalry being in position I wanted them in. I'm out of time anyway. Alright, we lost 910 of our 15,093 infantry, 4 of our 1,478 cavalry, 1 of our 14 guns, total loss of 919 of our 16,729 men. Took down 2,300 of their 15,000 infantry, 80 of their 200 cavalry, total loss of 2,400 of their 15,000 men. Came up just short of that major victory mark. Alright, combat reports. We do have the one viewer unit in here. So, which force is he in? Why is this Legion? Conquerors did 355 to infantry. Thought they would have done a bit more than that. Especially being on that flank. Looks like 60th Virginia gets a seal of approval for this fight, possibly. Yeah, it looks like it's the 60th Virginia. Alright, I don't think we lost any officers wounded in that fight. Nope. Let's see if we got any of the federal officers. Wounded Colonel Ines of the Mechanics Regiment. And wounded Hobart. I think we wounded Durye at an earlier battle. Looks like he's back already. Maybe we got 2 of their officers. I'm going to get closed out of here and I'll see you all at the newspaper screen. Victory at the 8th Battle of Cairo. 1st Corps Army to Cumberland fleeing in panic. The enemy reported suffered total casualties of 2,365 men. There were 376 killed and 552 captured. Our casualties total 919 men, with 129 killed, 114 missing, and the rest are wounded. We captured 1,000 rifles and 0 guns from the field and sent 560 soldiers off to our prison camps. Colonel Fry became a national hero out of that one, so I guess he's up for a promotion. Let's go take care of that right now before I forget. Who are you in charge of? There. Oh, Commander Conquerors. Perfect. Stats really aren't up for promotion. Yep. Took a bit of a hit there, but that's fine. But he's in charge of a full brigade, so being a brigadier makes sense. Alright. Let's get this battle rolled off. Though we made contact on the 1st, the battle was actually fought on the 2nd. So it's going to take a little longer than usual to get it rolled off. There it goes. Goodbye, Army of Cumberland once again. Readiness is in the orange. We're in winter quarters, so I don't want to move. We'll let them stay in position a little longer. I still may have to switch out the Army of Western Tennessee with them. I did actually expect to take quite a few attacks at Springfield or another move against St. Louis, but they haven't done that yet. Cairo seems to be the hot spot. Alright, now that's out of the way. Let me go replace everybody's weapons before I totally forget. Oh, we just cut a bond. We're now at $1 billion in debt. I think it's the first for me. Let me get new weapons handed out, and I'll be back with the next incident. Alright, we did not have to wait long for the next action. I'd actually just finished out handing weapons, hit play, and the next action popped up. So it's still October 2nd. And it looks like the Coastal Department, which has been sitting at Harper's Ferry for a few months, not doing anything, had decided to move against Winchester for some odd reasons. They have about half our numbers. So you got the Coastal Department, 6,173 infantry, 1,568 cavalry, 19 guns with command of Gabriel Paul. I know nothing about. Coming against our Army of Shenandoah underneath the command of Joe Johnston with 13,972 infantry, 831 cavalry, and 25 guns. I'm a half a mile. You know what? We're going to do this battle quick. Because they don't have a lot of numbers, and I just don't want to wait for them. It's 15:30. See what time it is on the map, but I think we're just going to push out and kick their teeth in. Welcome, my grunts, to the 5th Battle of Winchester. Once again, we're actually defending down by Kernstown, which is actually its own separate battlefield. There's 2 battles fought at Kernstown, actually. Winchester's battlefield is actually up here in this area, north of town. But, yes, like I said, it's such a small force in front of us. We're just going to head out and kick their teeth in. So I have the army set up just to do that. We're going to send the cavalry first. Try and get positions up here on the hillside so we get siding on the federal brigades and have the infantry, I'm hoping, be along this road before the Federals show up. I think we can do it unless they are deployed pretty far forward. But I'm pretty sure we'll be able to do that. So it's going to be Jackson in the lead. Let's just go to the OOB. Jackson in the lead, followed by French and Ewell. Like I said, Stewart's going to head out and set up his cavalry up on the ridgeline, and the artillery show up whenever it shows up. You know how the artillery can be sometimes. But if they do actually show up, I'm just going to try and set them up over here with the cavalry, if I can. All right, it's 1500. It's October, so I want to have this over before the Day 2 reset starts. Alright, it's now 1600, and it looks like Federal Cavalry has actually beat us into town, so I have Jackson's division shifting onto the heights. He just left the town while the other divisions come up behind. This brigade is not reacting to us yet, as once again, it's kind of well out forward of the rest of their forces, which are just siding now, as Stewart's cavalry managed to get up on the heights over here without any incident. Boys going to stop, or are you going to keep rolling forward? Bartow, take care of that. Alright, small shift in plans, not a big one. That's a full-size brigade of cavalry. There we go. Shift our lines here just a little bit and stay on the edge of town instead of pushing into it. They're just getting on the road. Sent those orders a while ago. And here comes Federal infantry into town at the double, ignoring my cavalry completely, so that's good for us. We'll get into a blocking position for their retreat, which will be inevitable. Morale's already at -4 from losing to 1 brigade. So it's already down to 38. It's not going to take much to see these boys off. Into position, please clear the roads. And they're just completely ignoring the cavalry. You gotta love it. I don't have much in the way of cavalry. 2 regiments under 500 men each. But they'll have some effect. You boys couldn't get in position in time. You're gonna be stuck there, aren't you? Belay those orders. Have a head fall into that position. Piling into town, boys. Boys gonna load up any time now. I got a movement glitch there. There we go. pushing on him. Get to see that cavalry. Now they want to go the other way. Coming to town, boys. Yep, and retreating already. Alright, stay on him. Come on, Cal, we're getting to town. Alright, bayonets, boys, let's go. And you guys are moving like molasses, just fire. Get in on those runners. Oh, some of his cavalry's glitched. Hope not. Oh, they did break them. Stay on those boys. Major victory. There we go. Knew it wouldn't be too hard to get it. 1,800 casualties, all it took. We got this trap brigade here, but watch, we're not going to capture it. And I hope Breckenridge doesn't get defamed for this, because it looks like this cavalry brigade might be glitched. Alright, we took down 1,000 of their 6,500 infantry, 550 of their 1,600 cavalry, got all 20 of their guns, total loss of 1,800 of their 8,500 men. We lost 489 of our 13,906 infantry, 34 of 830 cavalry, loss of 523 of our 15,096 men. You know, if I decided to sit back and just let them come at us, I would have had a lot fewer casualties. But, it's such a small force. I need to be aggressive. I haven't been as aggressive as I used to be in this game. You know, using the a.o.m mod really changes how you fight battles. So I need to do that. All right, I know we didn't lose any officers. I have no viewer units in this force, so just going to see if we got any of theirs. Got none of their officers, really. Okay. Get close out here and I'll see you at the newspaper screen. Glorious victory at the 5th Battle of Winchester. I think it's the fewest amount of battles of Winchester I've ever had. It's usually... This is usually where all the fighting happens, not at Cairo. Granger lost face. They actually blamed it on one of their commanders, but not the commanding general, but a general did lose face. Okay. Alright, Yemen's reported suffered total casualties of 1,763 men. There are 216 killed and 716 captured. Our casualties total 523 men with 97 killed, 79 missing, and the rest are wounded. We captured 930 rifles and 6 guns from the field, and sent 700 soldiers off to our prison camps. I don't know what he was thinking. There was just no way he was... Yeah, if I was commanding that force, I could pull that battle off. Maybe. Maybe. The Coastal Department did not have the men for that. It looks like 1st Corps Army of the James is on the move again. But, are they trying to bypass me? Nope. Coming right down towards Manassas again. Alright, but we are going to end this video here, as I do have the 2 battle rule for these videos. So, we didn't get very far in the game. We managed to move the game one day. One whole day. So, once again, if you're a new viewer, return viewer, not yet subscribed, please think about hitting that subscribe button. If you do, remember that bell icon so the next video comes out. Following along in the series, enjoying it, don't forget to bayonet that like button and butt stroke that comment section. And I'll see you all at the next episode. Stay grumpy.